Welcome back, guys. How are you? Hope you are headed for a great weekend. So today, let's look at story time. Sometimes we have to hear a story in order to see what balance might look like, okay? So there's this guy who is really great. He's very intelligent young man. However, he uses his creativity for the wrong things. So he decides that it's Black Friday, and Black Friday, there are a whole bunch of boxes out at the dumpster. And all these boxes are DVD players and all sorts of electronic equipment. So he takes all the boxes and he takes the weight of rocks and tapes them all together in these boxes. Once he does this, he talks one of his friends into carrying him to Manhattan with these boxes and all these rocks, and they're all taped together in these boxes. So he goes on into Manhattan, and he decides he's going to sell them. So he sells this in the district where Wall Street is. So all these brokers come out during their lunch break, and they see these boxes, and they think the equipment, the electrical equipment or electronic equipment is in all these boxes. So he tells them, I'm going to give you a deal. So he gives everybody these deals, so he calls it. And they pay him like $400 a pop for each box. None of them decide to look inside the box while they are speaking to this man. So you give it about 2 hours and he's out. He's back in the van with his friend, and they're driving back home, counting the money. So he splits the money with his friend because his friend is actually the person who carries him there. So these guys go home, and they are so happy and elated that they've got these great deals. So when they open up the boxes, they see that they've been taken. So they're upset. One guy comes back to Manhattan, and he's really upset. He's even armed to take care of his personal business with the person, because he really wants to find this guy and get to him because he's very upset. The other guys just call the police, and the police start looking around throughout Manhattan, and they can't find the guy. This is hours later, so of course he's gone. So he gets away with this, so you think. So he decides with this money, what he's going to do is he's going to buy this bike. One of the things he buys is a bike because it costs $2,000, and he's wanted this bike for a long time. So he purchases the bike, and he goes and hangs out with his friends. He rides the bike to Manhattan. He rides the bike back from Manhattan to the Bronx. And he's having a great time with his new purchase. So he decides he's going to lock his bike up and go into the store. When he comes outside that store, his bike is gone. He's very upset about this. He spent $2,000 on this bike, state of the art. This bike has all these different mechanisms that he's able to do while he's riding. But he's upset. He's almost pushed to tears. And he gets home and he tells his girlfriend what happened. And his girlfriend says, you know why that happened, right? He said, I don't want to hear that right now. And she continues to tell him. She says, the reason why this happened is because you stole from other people. If you steal from other people, whatever it is that you purchase, it's only going to end up, you're only going to get what you got out of the deal. So if you steal from people, you're going to be stolen from. So here it is, guys. A lot of people nowadays feel as though they can get away with everything. No one gets away with anything because God sees the end. So of course, if he stole, he was going to be stole from. This is the balancing act, and this is what God does. He balances things out. So let us keep that in mind when we decide that we want to take advantage of anyone. Have a great day. Thank you so much, Indigo Moon.